The savanna goes quiet before the lionesses move, not the quiet of nothing happening, the quiet of everything holding its breath. Somewhere in the tall grass, four lionesses are already in position, already reading the wind, already watching animals that have no idea they are being watched. Tonight, the hunters are hungry, and you will see in a few moments why even the smallest prey can turn a perfect hunt completely upside down. Just before we continue, we're new to YouTube and we've just created this channel for wildlife enthusiasts like you. We need your support to keep moving forward. Consider subscribing to help us continue this adventure as long as possible. The male lion gets the name, the lioness does the work. In a functioning pride, it is the females who coordinate almost every hunt, who maintain the territorial boundaries through presence and confrontation, who return night after night to the same landscapes and build across years of shared experience a hunting partnership that operates with a precision that individual strength alone could never produce. A single lioness weighing 160 kilograms is a formidable animal. Four lionesses who have hunted together for 3 years are something closer to a single organism with four bodies. These four have scars that tell the history of that partnership. One carries a notch in her left ear from a warthog tusk that connected during a hunt 2 seasons ago. Another walks with a slight favouring of her right front leg, a gift from a zebra kick that would have ended a less resilient animal. They are not unmarked. The savanna does not leave anything unmarked, but they are alive, and they are effective, and right now, in the gold light of late afternoon, they are rising from the grass with the specific, contained energy of animals that have already selected their target. What they have found is a warthog burrow at the base of a termite mound 40 meters from the edge of a dry riverbed. The entrance is fresh, recently widened, the soil around it disturbed by regular use. Something is inside. Several somethings from the scent profile the wind is carrying, and you will see in a few moments exactly what happens when these lionesses decide that a hole in the ground is not enough protection. The grass is 70 centimeters tall in this section of the plain, and the lionesses use every centimeter of it. They spread without a signal, no sound, no visible gesture, just a shared understanding of the terrain and the wind direction that sends one animal wide to the left, one to the right, and two holding center at different depths. The paws come down softly, each placement tested before weight transfers, the massive muscles of the shoulder and hip moving under the coat with a smoothness that does not match the power underneath them. At 30 meters from the burrow, the closest lioness is belly flat in the grass, eyes fixed on the mound, ears rotating to track sound from multiple directions. She looks directly at the section of grass where one lioness is lying. She holds that look for 4 full seconds. The lioness does not exist. There is only grass and the late afternoon wind moving through it, and the faint smell of dust. The warthog drops her head and resumes grazing. The lionesses close the distance by another 10 meters. What makes this approach extraordinary is not just the physical control, it is the awareness each animal maintains of the other's positions without looking at them. The lioness on the left knows where the 2 center animals are. She knows when the right side animal has moved because the birds that flushed briefly from that section of grass told her. They are reading the same environment from 4 different positions and building a single shared picture of it. And the prey animal grazing 20 meters from her own burrow does not know any of it is happening. The warthog looks up again. This time, something feels different. Her ears come fully forward. Her nostrils work the air. The wind is wrong, shifting slightly, carrying something that registers at the edge of recognition. She takes 2 steps toward the burrow, stops, takes 1 more. But in a few moments, she will not need to. The threat will make itself known in the most direct way possible. And what she does next is going to surprise everyone watching. The first lioness hits the mound at full speed and drives her head into the entrance without slowing. The burrow is wide enough for her skull and shoulders, and she goes into the chest, front legs extended, claws raking at the packed earth inside. The sounds that come from inside the mound, high, sharp, scrambling, tell the other lionesses everything. Something is in there, something small and fast and panicking. The second lioness positions at the entrance, waiting, reading the vibrations in the soil. If anything comes out the wrong way, she will be there before it clears the opening. Warthog mother spins the moment the lioness hits the mound. She covers 20 meters in under 3 seconds, a speed that most people do not associate with warthogs until they have seen one move at full commitment. Her tusks are not decorative. They are curved, hardened weapons that she carries at precisely the height of a lioness's flank, and she is aiming them at the back half of the animal, disappearing into her burrow with the focused fury of an animal that has exactly one priority right now and no others. The impact catches the lioness across the hindquarters just as she is withdrawing from the burrow entrance, and the force sends her sideways into the base of the mound hard enough to raise a visible cloud of dust. The warthog does not stop. She turns in her own length, warthogs corner faster than their build suggests, and comes back for the second pass before the lioness has fully processed what just hit her. The other 3 lionesses converge, and this is where it becomes something that even experienced wildlife researchers stop and watch differently, because the warthog does not run. She stands between the lionesses and the burrow entrance, and she does not move. Her head is low, her tusks are forward. Her breathing comes in hard, audible bursts that carry the specific sound of an animal that has made a decision and is fully committed to it. The 4 lionesses circle at a distance of about 8 meters, and for a moment, maybe 10 seconds, nobody moves. The late afternoon light catches the dust still hanging in the air from the collision, and the tableau holds 4 of Africa's most effective predators and 1 warthog, and the burrow entrance behind her. 1 lioness feints left. The warthog tracks her instantly, pivoting, keeping the tusks toward the threat. A second lioness moves right, While the warthog is tracking the first, the warthog spins back. They are testing her rotation speed, looking for the angle where her attention commits to one direction long enough to open the other. You will see in a few moments whether they find it. But first, from the tree line 20 meters to the north, something else is watching. The baboon troop that roosts in the fever trees along the riverbed has had a sentry in the upper branches throughout the entire approach. The alarm bark was immediate, a sharp, carrying sound that does nothing for the warthog directly, but brings every prey animal within earshot to full alert. 2 gazelles that were grazing at the riverbed edge have already moved 200 meters east. A family of meerkats near a different mound has dropped underground entirely. The savanna has its own communication network, and the lionesses just announced themselves to all of it. The warthog charges the lioness on her left. It is not a bluff. She covers the 8 meters with tusks down and drives into the lioness's shoulder before the cat completes her lateral step. The lioness goes over, rolls, and comes back up, snarling. A second lioness lunges from behind the warthog and gets a tusk raked across her foreleg as the warthog pivots mid-charge. There is blood on the grass now, not the prey animal's blood. The lionesses. The 2 lionesses working the center regroup behind the mound. For 30 seconds, all 4 of them hold position and reassess. This is the part of hunting that does not make the simple version of the story, the moments where Africa's most effective predators look at a situation and perform a calculation about risk versus return. 2 of them are already carrying fresh contact wounds. The warthog is still standing at the entrance and showing no sign of moving. The piglets inside the burrow, the original target, are deeper in than the initial attempt reached. 1 lioness moves toward the burrow from the side, angling for a position where the mother cannot cover both the entrance and the threat simultaneously. The warthog tracks her. The moment her angle shifts, a second lioness drives straight at the entrance. She makes contact. There is a scramble at the burrow mouth, dust and sound, and the warthog hitting her from behind at full force. And then the lioness is out and moving fast, and the warthog is between her and the mound again, and the burrow entrance is clear. The 4 lionesses pull back to 12 meters. They stand in a loose group, reading the situation. The warthog has not moved from the entrance. The sun is lower now, the light going from gold to orange, and the calculation has shifted. The energy spent, the wounds taken, the time elapsed, the return on continuing this specific hunt has dropped below the threshold. One by one, the lionesses turn and move west along the grass line, heading for a section of the plain where the evening might offer better odds. The warthog watches them until they are fully out of sight. Then she turns and pushes her head into the burrow entrance, making the low, soft sound that warthog mothers make when they are calling young that have gone quiet. After a long moment, movement stirs in the dark inside the mound. The savanna exhales. Somewhere west of the termite mound, 4 lionesses are already reading the wind again, already looking for the next angle. They will eat tonight. They almost always do. But not here. Not this time. And not because the prey was too fast or too hidden, because the prey stood its ground and did not move. That is the part of the story the wild does not always let you see. Tonight, it did.